All right. I hope you're enjoying today's episode. Man, my voice is almost shot. You can hear it because of all the yelling and screaming I was doing today at the workout. This is a perfect podcast voice if you're out working out, you're trying to find that grind. But I want to talk leadership for a moment. Leadership. Why? Because specifically, I've been studying a lot on leadership the last several years, but the last few months, I want to talk about something called fear leaping. Fear leaping. How do we use the fear as fuel? Like, let me ask you a question. If fear was of no consequence, I would take the big leap of ... If fear was of no consequence, I would take the big leap of ... What is it? What is it? What is fear going to propel you into doing? What's fear going to propel you into doing? Are you being held back by fear? Are you not stepping into an even better version, a deeper version, a godly version of you because perhaps there's some fear, there's some excuses or stories that you're telling yourself? Why? Why is it important? Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're operating as your best self with tapping into your full potential. And ask yourself this, what's it costing me financially and emotionally to postpone the action that you're supposed to take? By not stepping into it, what's it costing you? What's it costing you? What are the old stories that you're telling yourself versus the new stories you need to be telling yourself? I mean, the old stories could be, I can't find any good people. I can't find anyone to hire. I'm not worth it. It's going to take too long of a time. I'm not educated enough. I don't have a college degree. Stop with all the old stories. I hear them all the time with all the coaching I do and the coaches who I coach. It's the stories we got to change. Those old stories that are robbing you because you keep telling yourself, stop. Those become ingrained in your brain. They become ingrained in your mind. They become part of every fiber of your body. And I want it to stop today. Can you hear me? Let's get rid of the old stories right now. That's why I had you repeat those words in the beginning. Extraordinary, magnificent, blessed, I am, amplify. These are words that are actually going to change the brain chemistry so that you can start a new story. What's that new story where you start telling yourself, I am worth it. Now is my time. Now is the best time to step into my best self. Yes, I have to cut this person so I can grow to the next level. Maybe it's good debt is good in business if it fuels growth. If it fuels growth. So what does that look like? What am I going to do? Who am I going to be around? Who am I going to surround myself with? And I'm going to step into that. Whatever it may be, it's the new story you start telling yourself, not being held back because of fear, because of excuse, because of old stories that are robbing you of being your best self. You know, it's often said that if fear was of no consequence, you would take the big leap of what? What is it? Like, you think about this. If you want your business to grow by 40%, forget the 10%. And we can grow their business by 10%. I'm talking, if you want to grow your business by 40%, then you need to grow by 60% or more. Wait, Todd, I don't understand. What do you mean if I want to grow my business by 40%? I want to grow my finances by 40%. I got to grow by 60%. That means you got to step up your own self by 60+% personally to grow your business so you can get it to where it's at 40% increase. What is that? You know, what is that step that you can take to grow you, to grow the story, that new story you're going to start to tell yourself because of the 60,000 thoughts you have a day? Literally, you're going to start telling yourself a new story. So leadership-wise, my friends, as leaders, what if fear was of no consequence? What if fear was of no consequence? What if fear was no longer to hold you back and rob you of telling yourself the stories that you no longer need to hear or want to hear, and you're going to divorce yourself today? Today, as you listen to that. And know this, when you're evaluating your team, every darn team member should bring in 3 to 10x their salary. I've been sharing this with our team and my mastermind group of like, listen, when it comes to evaluation, you can't hold on to people for the fear of what if I don't have them? Well, maybe you have the right people. I hope you do. I hope your team is fortified with great people. But how do you, when you evaluate, do I have A+ players on my team? And you're going through right now, you're thinking about who they are. I hope you have A+ players on your team, but you can't afford to have B minus C players on your team. Not if you're looking to really get to that next level. So when you think about what if fear was of no consequence, how do you attract the people you want to work with? That's because of you, the energy that you've created and manifested because you're in a new space of telling yourself the new story, not, oh, I can't find anyone good. Oh, there's just not good people out there. Baloney, hogwash. There's a lot of great people out there. There's a lot of great people who want opportunity and they want to step into the best version of themselves, and they need to be in a company that's mission-centered and purpose-driven, right? I mean, if you can hear me right now, please say amen right now. Say amen. I want the neighbors to hear you. Like, what is going on with this girl? What's going on with this guy? Because you're fired up. Let's do a little bit of leadership inside the Impact Show today, because I wanted to share that. Because what if fear was of no consequence? What if what if you were going to take the big leap, not based on fear, but knowing that there's another level waiting you? It's waiting for you right now. So take that, whatever that is, take that step. Take that step right now, today. My friends, when it comes to leadership, you got to do what you got to do, but take that step that's going to allow you into that next level.